The Galilee, glorious in natural beauty, rich with spiritual significance for both Jewish and Christian pilgrims. For the Jewish people, it is the fertile northern region of the land God promised to Abraham as an everlasting possession. The Christian pilgrim, whose faith stems from the root of Judaism, can savor the region where Jesus established the core of his ministry, his beloved Galilee. And being warned by God in a dream, Joseph departed for the regions of Galilee, and came and resided in a city called Nazareth, so that what was spoken through the prophets might be fulfilled, he shall be called a Nazarene. When Jesus heard that John had been taken into custody, he withdrew into Galilee, and leaving Nazareth he came and settled in Capernaum, which is by the sea in the region of Zebulun and Naphtali. And when he saw the multitudes, he went up on the mountain, and after he sat down, his disciples came to him. And opening his mouth, he began to teach them, saying, Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. He took the 5 loaves and 2 fish, and looking up towards heaven, he blessed the food, and breaking the loaves, he gave them to the disciples, and the disciples gave to the multitudes. But when they saw him walking on the sea, they supposed it was a ghost, and they cried out. But Jesus immediately spoke with them and said, Take courage, it is I, do not be afraid. Now when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he began asking his disciples, saying, Who do people say the Son of Man is? And they said, Some say John the Baptist, and others Elijah, but still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets. He said to them, But who do you say that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. "6 days later, Jesus took Peter, John, and James onto a high mountain to pray. As he was praying, he was transfigured before them, and his face shone like the sun, and his garments became white as light." Pilgrims to the Galilee will also discover the colorful history written by people who invaded or inhabited the land and left magnificent landmarks to their former glory. To defend against enemy ships, the Ottoman Turks constructed the great fortress seawall at Akko. The Romans fortified the garrison city of Beit Shan. Although felled by an earthquake many centuries ago, today the splendor of Beit Shan is being restored by Israeli archaeologists. The warriors of the Crusader period left once majestic castles keeping watch atop the heights of the Galilee. The city of Tiberias, built by Herod Antipas, became the center of Jewish spiritual and cultural life in Israel after the destruction of the Second Temple. As visitors to the Galilee will discover, biblical and historical sites are only part of the region's attraction. With so much to do and see in the Galilee, every visitor needs time to relax, reflect, and be refreshed before the next day's adventure. From the luxury of fine hotels in contemporary cities to the more casual atmosphere of kibbutz guest houses, the Galilee offers an array of lodging to suit any style or pocketbook. Pilgrims and tourists will cherish memories of their visit to the Galilee long after returning home, as one pilgrim wrote, "I saw all the biblical sites and ruins and received a deeper appreciation of my spiritual roots. But something came alive to me one afternoon while I walked alone on a windswept hillside by the Sea of Galilee. As I experienced the land with all my senses, I felt that Jesus loved the Galilee in the same way I did that day. For the first time, I knew that I had walked where Jesus walked. And I also knew that one visit to the Galilee was not enough. I will be back."